We are going to do the credit card awards. Best credit card for UPI. Best credit card for dining and grocery. Best lifetime free credit card.
So let's say you and me went, 10,000 rupee was our bill. If you pre-book on 50% off. Then if you use card, on top of that, you get 25% off up to 1,000 rupees. So now my 5,000 bill became 4,000.
What are you saying? What is the best credit card for cashback?
It's the credit card. I give this one the best one right now because it can go up to 10% cashback. The reason why I rank this slightly higher than other cashback cards is because this is giving you points on insurance and utilities as well. Next year, I'm going to be going to the Banyan Tree in Bali. It is 90,000 rupees a night and the experience is once in a lifetime. You have a bathtub, you have a room, you have a forest overlooking.
Are you paying for this?
I'm using to stay there for free.
People who want amazing luxury benefits. So what is the best credit card for luxury?
So
India currently has 10 crore credit card users. This number has more than 5 times in the last 10 years. And this number is about to double in another 5 years. So by 2030, we're going to have 20 crore credit card users in India. So while the number of credit cards issued is increasing, the knowledge about what is the right credit card to use and how to redeem them in the right manner is missing. And to learn about that and to demystify this entire credit card world, we are calling Mr. Aly Hajiani, once again, India's leading credit card expert. Ali, thank you so much for coming once again.
Thanks for having me, Sharan. Always good to be here.
Now let's get to what are the updates in the world of credit cards since we last spoke, right? So can you talk about some of the biggest changes, things which have caused a lot of explosions in the world of credit card? So can you please educate us on that?
Yeah, so probably 2 things come to mind. Number one is in all of 2024, so many people used to ask me about, is this credit card good? Is that credit card good? What about the ICICI Coral or the Safiro or these cards from ICICI? Because if you think in India, the 3 biggest banks in our country, like by far the 3 are HDFC, Axis and ICICI. And then a Kotak as well, right?
Right.
And the only ones focusing on the credit card game were HDFC and Axis. When I say focusing, I mean looking at what the consumer wants.
And they had flagship cards.
They had flagship cards that actually gave better returns than other cards. ICICI Kotak also have cards. Kotak had a ban for the last 1 year, so they couldn't focus on cards by the RBI. Their, I think, system was a little bit not secure initially, so they had to do that. But that's where ICICI now, the biggest change is starting to up their credit card game. I believe 2025 is going to be the year of ICICI for credit cards.
Really?
Yeah. So most credit cards in general, when you swipe or tap it anyway, give you X amount of points when you spend, like 5 points when you spend 200 rupees, 100 rupees, right? That you call in the credit card world as a base conversion rate.
Okay.
You understand what the value of that point is, best case scenario, like maybe if I use it on a flight or whatever, and then you figure out, okay, this card is giving me 2 to 3% returns or something. But what HDFC, Axis, other brands, AMEX have were things like using it on our portal will give you 5 times the points or 10 times the points. So if you got a 3% return rate or a 3.3% return rate on an HDFC Infinia and you used their HDFC Infinia portal, the Smart Buy portal, you get 5x the points. So it becomes 16.5% returns.
Wow.
So anytime you're booking a 10,000 rupee flight, you're getting 1,600 points, which is 1,600 rupees back on your next flight.
Wow. So the way of looking at this is that when I invest in the stock market, I get 15-16% returns. But when I'm spending money, I'm usually getting 0 returns. But by using the right credit cards, I can get 10 to 15% kind of a returns on even my expenditure on things like flights and hotels that I'm anyway doing.
Yeah. So you get the most returns on non-essential expenses, like experiential expenses like events or flights and hotels and luxury purchases, things like that, because card companies want you to spend more. But you can also make a lot of returns on your essential expenses as well, like utilities, insurances, daily groceries. You can accelerate those as well. So coming back to the point that I was making on the change in the market, ICICI recently also launched their portal.
Okay.
Now, and that is if HDFC Infinia or HDFC Portal was giving 5x, ICICI said, okay, let's give 6x on flights.
Really?
If HDFC is giving 10x on hotels, okay, let's give 12x on hotels.
So this is like your customer acquisition strategy.
It's their customer acquisition strategy. Axis, if you remember, did this 2 years ago with their Magnus credit card, and they burned a lot of money giving freebies.
Yes.
So
is this card you're talking about, which ICICI has come up with? This one.
this is one of the best cards in India today. It's
This
the
one.
ICICI Times
Guys,
Black.
this is not a promotion. I just got this because Ali told me. He said this is the best. I asked him which is the best card. He told me this is the best card, so I got it. But what is so special about this?
I think I'll break this into two parts. So first off, now there are 2 or 3 cards from ICICI that are really killing it with this portal. So this card gives you a 2% return rate on your spending. So if you use it on the ICICI portal on flights or vouchers, you get 6x. So now you get 12%. Right? Or if you buy hotels with it, you get 12x. So 12x into the base 2% is 24% returns. Yeah.
If I use this card to swipe in hotels, I get 24% returns.
Yeah. You have to book the hotel on the ICICI portal.
Got it.
Right? Like for example, I recently went to Kashmir, and there's Marriott hotels there, this, that, but the best hotel in Kashmir is this hotel called Khyber. And that hotel costs 30,000-40,000 a night, and it doesn't have a loyalty program or to get free, but you can find it on the Infinia or the ICICI portal, book it and get 24% points back.
Damn. So if I'm spending 30,000 rupees on hotel,
24%
I can get
back.
How much?
24% back.
So that's like almost 10,000 rupees back. 8,000 rupees back.
Yes.
Wow.
So
Crazy.
there is one card that's slightly better than this in terms of return rates, which is ICICI's flagship card called the Emerald Private.
What is better than that?
That's 3% base.
Bro,
So you tell me now that's 18% and
I'm gonna
36%.
have to get that also now.
Yeah. But why I like this card, and the reason I also got this card was because, I mean, at this point, if I go to ICICI and ask them for the Emerald Private, pulling some strings, the influencer card, it can work, and I can get the
The
Emerald,
Emerald Private. So it has
Yeah.
3% base, and again that 12x and 6x. And
So
all of
12x become 36% instead of 24.
that. Wow. And I'm sure these cards are not easy to get also, right? Let's also, give that disclaimer to the audience who's watching here. What is the minimum criteria for getting a card like this
It does require at least I think a 2 lakh income
per month?
per month.
Not so bad.
But that's net. So that means you ideally have to have like a 2.7 lakh.
Oh, post-tax.
Yeah, I think you, we can actually double check. But yeah, for example, the Emerald Private, as far as I remember, is 3 lakhs net, which is probably a 4 lakh CTC.
So somebody who's having like a 50-60 lakhs per annum CTC can get the kind of card like that.
And those are what the target audience they're looking for is.
Simply they won't give that kind of discounts, right?
Another reason why I like this card, or I got this card specifically, is the return rate is great, but they are filling a gap in the market where I feel American Express hasn't been focusing. Like last year, when I had this conversation with you, I talked about the Amex Plat Charge card,
Yeah.
which I paid almost 80,000 rupees for.
Yeah.
Right now,
You
people
paid 80,000 rupees for that.
Yeah, 70 at the time. Now it's about 78,000. So this, again, in terms of return rate, is not the best, but you buy it for the lifestyle and luxury perks like the concierge service or benefits on different things like luxury products or luxury experiences, things like that. So Times Black is kind of doing that in India today, where for that HNI who's not only return rate focused, but looking at maybe those experiences, I think you can get like a helicopter ride if you spend 10 lakhs on this card, a resort for free.
What are you saying?
Then
So
they
if
have
I spend 10 lakhs on this card.
Yeah.
So these kind of luxury perks come with a
Yeah.
card like this.
Yeah.
Got it.
The other update is that Amex has now stopped sourcing credit cards.
Why did you stop?
Yeah. So we don't have a official confirmation on
So
why.
I can't get this anymore if I want to. This is gone.
This is not available for a few months. Now, it could be 2, 3, 4 months, 6 months. There are sources on different platforms, Reddit, Twitter. In the sources I have, just for example, I'm in touch with a lot of folks at Amex. They are just telling me that we don't know how long it could be. My understanding, my theory of this to some extent is, now I've been using Amex for 9 years now, right? And in the last 1.5 year, Amex has gotten very popular in the market, especially in tier 1 cities. Everyone's getting an Amex, and they have a beautiful referral program. So if I, for example, refer 300 people to Amex, those 300 people who have gotten it will now refer 3,000 more people, and that network effect keeps going. And in the last 1.5 year, they have sourced so many cards that I think was a little more than their support team could handle. Now, I have never been on an Amex helpline or chatted with Amex and had to wait more than 2 minutes. I think last month I messaged the Amex support team for a query. It's you're in queue 29 minutes.
Oh, which is unlikely for someone like Amex.
And the global Amex compliance team is not okay with that. They're okay with dropping revenue, but not the brand name they spent so many years building. So I feel like the global team has pressurized and saying, hey, India team, you guys figure out how we're going to handle the scale of these things before you restart issuing more cards. So I think it's like the global team telling them to get their shit together.
Interesting. Cool. So now let's come down to the requirements of the common man, right? So now everybody in Mumbai or Bangalore or any of the big cities is paying rent, right? So can you talk about a little bit of credit card hacks when it comes to paying off my rent? Because that's the biggest expense that anybody has.
Yeah. So 99% of credit cards will have an exclusion criteria where they will not give you any returns on rent. So even, for example, this card or most cards do not give you points on your rental transactions, but then that amount you spend on rent still counts towards that
milestone,
reaching the milestone.
Okay.
So now you have to think of cards that give you milestones that you can kind of avail as benefits. So last year, Vistara cards used to be great when Vistara was a thing, where if you spend 1.5 lakh, every 1.5 lakh you spend,
you get a business class ticket free.
Yeah, you're right.
That was the first time I went business class with my own money.
Yeah.
Because of that credit card.
Correct. So that is where even if you don't get the points, I tell people to use that card and then pay rent with it because it's coming to your 2.5 lakhs. You get the free ticket. That ticket is at least 10,000 rupees. So you have to play with milestones now.
Makes sense. So which are the cards which are good with milestones?
Exactly. So now I'm teaching you the way you need to think. Okay, I'm not getting points. What are the milestone cards? Exactly like you asked. Right? So first off, American Express Platinum Travel for people who already have it. Not this one. The Platinum Travel card gives you 40,000 points when you spend 4 lakh rupees as milestones.
Wow. And this 40,000 points is equal to 40,000 rupees.
Between 20 to even 50,000 rupees because you will redeem it for hotels which have dynamic pricing.
Depending on which hotel you redeem it for.
Dynamic pricing is
very interesting. So,
But as per my understanding, the only cards that are worth doing this on are maybe 3 or 4. So I'll share. So for example, the Amex Platinum Travel, although is great for rental payments, no platform accepts Amex because not everyone wants to pay the high MDR fee. So you can't pay your rent on a Cred or or housing.com or any app. Red Giraffe. So Red Giraffe is the best platform to pay your rent. It has a 0.5% fee while others have 2 or 3%. But Amex is not accepted there.
Okay.
So what you need to do is you need to open MobiKwik or another wallet application, load your Amex money into that wallet application and withdraw that money to your bank.
That's possible.
You can withdraw money from your credit card to your bank. It will cost you about 3% in fees. So it's not worth it on 90% cards. So the other hack is using other cards. The hack is that you can do this for a delta of free money, but in case you don't have this, 2 other cards that give you points on rent is HSBC Premier. That gives you 3%. Then minus the Red Giraffe fee, it's 2.5%. This gives points, not even milestones. But it's a very HNI card. You have to have a strong top-end card with a top-end relationship with HSBC. Second is the Axis Magnus Burgundy. Return rate of almost 5%, 4.8%.
Of what? On the rent spent?
No, 4.8% is the standard return rate on the card.
Okay.
And you can spend on rent and earn points up to 50,000 of rent in a month.
Okay. Yeah? And this card is also tough to get, no? The Burgundy one.
It's tough to get. So either you use HNI cards or you use this Amex hack or you look for other cards that have milestones like Times Black if you like the milestones. Then you can use it.
So you're telling on a platform like Red Giraffe, Amex is not accepted, even though you want to pay rent. So if Amex is not accepted, you are giving that MobiKwik route, but that again I have to pay 3% in fees. And then if I make some money, it's like not a big delta. Could be like 10,000, 20,000 rupees, depending on how much I spend. But that's not that great as well. But if Amex is not something that I can use on a platform like Red Giraffe, then what are the other cards except for excluding the super premier cards, which everybody can get access to?
Correct. So there are no great cards right now that give you points on rent. If there are any, I'll definitely share it. But if you take the logic I just explained of looking at milestones, One card you can probably check out is the HDFC Marriott Bonvoy card.
Okay.
Like, you know how when you spend a certain amount, 3, 6, 9 like lakhs, you would get a free Vistara ticket. This card gives you a free Marriott stay.
Okay.
Up to 15,000 points when you spend 6 lakhs, 9 lakhs and 15 lakhs.
Okay.
Now the milestone, when you hit it with rent on Red Giraffe, you won't get the base points, but you'll still get that free night. It's not tested. I have to test it. I just got the card.
Okay.
So I'll start paying my rent with that to see if I can get
the free stays.
The free stays, and it counts towards my milestone. But with Times Black, for example, it counts.
Times Black you've tried.
Yeah.
So with this card, if I pay my rent, I can get free stays at 5-star hotels.
A few. Yeah, you'll get like a 2 lakh spend, you get a Klook voucher. So you can use that for an experience. 5 lakhs, you'll get I think a Tata Click luxury voucher. Yeah. So short answer, research the HSBC Premier, Axis Magnus Burgundy, or the Amex Plat Travel via MobiKwik if you want to pay your rent. Return rates are okay, 2-3%.
So, okay. So my next question is about using credit card to purchase insurance, right? Are there any hacks around this?
Yeah, so you can piggyback off of what I just said, where a lot of cards exclude insurance. But again, the Amex Plat Travel gives you the milestones on insurance spends, and they are accepted on platforms as well. So you can just use the Amex card.
Okay.
Second is, if your insurance is less than 15,000 rupees, you can use any platform. You can use any card to buy vouchers.
Okay.
So the Emerald Private gives you 3% base and 6x multiple when you buy vouchers. So 18% return rate on vouchers.
Okay.
Right. So you buy an Amazon Pay voucher, load it to your Amazon Pay balance, and on Amazon you'll find an option to pay your insurance.
Oh, okay.
So, but that's capped at 15,000 rupees of insurance. So for example, my car insurance was 14,000 rupees last quarter. So I paid it in my last quarter. It's for a year. And I paid that and I got, I think 12% returns because I used Times Black.
Okay.
But that is one way to do it. And a few other ways to pay your insurance is using cards like Tata Neo Infinity. That gives you, I think, 5% cash back on your insurance spend when you do it on the new app.
Okay.
And HDFC cards actually give you direct points on your insurance. So if you have like a 1 lakh premium to pay, the HDFC Infinia gives you 3.3% returns.
That I have. This one.
Yeah. So if you have a high insurance premium, you will still get points up to 5,000 rupees. So around 1.5 lakh worth of insurance you can pay with this card per day. The cap is 5,000 points. So simple answer, paying your insurance, Amex Plat Travel via milestones, pay directly on the insurance, Tata Neo Infinity on the Tata Neo Infinity app, the Tata Neo app, 5% for insurance, check the cappings, I think it's 5,000.
Okay.
HDFC Infinia, HDFC Diners Club Black, HDFC Regalia Gold all give base points when you pay your insurance directly.
Okay.
And fourth option is Amazon Pay vouchers if your insurance is less than 15,000.
Got it.
So that's your insurance answer.
Got it. So now let's talk about making an investment, right? A lot of people might not be aware that you can actually earn credit card points by investing as well, right? And one popular investment in India, the most popular investment is gold, right? A lot of people like to buy gold in India, and we're the second largest purchaser of gold in the whole world. So are there any credit card hacks that I can use when I make an investment in gold?
Yeah. So for the first statement, I slightly want to correct you there that credit cards, I advocate to get returns on your spends. I get a lot of people messaging me, asking me, can I make my SIP payments? Can I make my home loan payments? Can I make my mutual fund payments through credit card? And my answer to that is no. That is an investment instrument. This is a spending instrument.
Yeah.
So ideally, no. Gold, like you rightly said, is also an investment and probably the only one where this loophole exists. Correct.
Okay.
So
what is the loophole?
Yeah, I'll tell you, the loophole is kind of patched now. You can still do it in smaller quantities, but I'll tell you what I did for the last 2 months.
Okay.
So for example, ICICI launched that iShop portal I spoke about, right? And you could get 12 to 18% on vouchers if you're using the Times Black or the Emerald Private. And they could let you buy Amazon Pay vouchers.
Okay.
If you go on HDFC or Amex's site, you will see that they cap out how many Amazon Pay vouchers you can buy in a month.
Okay.
You can buy 10,000 Amazon vouchers in a month.
Okay.
Right? These guys didn't have a cap initially for the first couple of months. So you could buy as many Amazon Pay vouchers as you want.
Okay.
So it's a 3-step process. So you buy Amazon Pay vouchers, maybe about 70, 80,000 rupees worth of Amazon Pay vouchers, and use the Emerald Private Metal, for example, get 18% return.
Okay.
So for easy calculation, I bought 1 lakh rupees worth of Amazon vouchers. Hypothetically, I get 18,000 points back.
Okay.
Right? So my effective cost is 82,000 for those vouchers. Now, the second hack is you go to this website called maximize.money.
Okay.
Right? It's a website where it lets you buy vouchers.
Okay.
And it lets you buy these vouchers at a discount. So I could buy Myntra vouchers at a 5.5% discount.
Okay.
And when you go to the checkout page or the payment page, it lets you pay with Amazon Pay balance.
Okay.
So I bought a lakh of Amazon Pay balance.
Okay.
I will buy Myntra vouchers now, let's say 50,000 or whatever Myntra vouchers. I will get 5.5% discount on the Myntra voucher also.
Okay.
So now my 18% plus 5.5% discount, 18% cashback in points, plus 5.5% discount by using that Amazon Pay balance and changing it into a Myntra voucher, got me 5.5% extra.
Okay.
Then you go to Myntra.
Okay.
Open Myntra. Now you have a bunch of Myntra money. Right? You go to Myntra, type in gold coin, and you'll see Kalyan Jewala gold coin. Depending on when you're watching this video, it pegs to the gold rate. But right now, if you check, it's maybe around 95,000 rupees for a 10-gram gold coin.
Yeah.
Right? And the rate in India right now is 90 approx. So you're paying a 5,000 premium. But Myntra has these midnight sales where they give you 3-4% discount once in a while, once a week that sale comes. So I got that 95,000 voucher, that gold coin. I got a 4% discount. It became 91,000. Then on top of that, I got 18% cashback on my Emerald Private, for example. I use Times Black. And on top of that, you get 5.5% discount using the Maximize Money hack.
Okay.
And effectively, my gold price was under 75,000 per 10 gram.
Wow.
While most people are probably buying at 90. Positives, it's an investment and it's great. Negatives, it is a loophole that you're exploiting.
Yeah.
Number two, it can be done in smaller quantities only. I could only buy like 10 grams a month. And
that's a lakh a month.
And at a 20% haircut or a discount at normal gold rate.
So you were buying gold at 20% discount in the last 2 months, and now this loophole has been addressed.
The loophole, the only address, like how it's been addressed is that they've added a cap of 12,000 rupees that you can buy. Again, they're very looking closely at the market. Okay, HDFC is giving 10,000 cap. Let's give 12,000 cap.
Which ICICI.
Yeah. So
in terms of the Amazon Pay, vouchers that you can buy.
Yeah, Amazon Pay vouchers that you can buy.
That is per month.
That's per month, yeah.
Even now, I can buy 12,000 rupees worth of gold every month at a 20% discount using the hack that you just said.
20% discount from Myntra, maybe 15% from average gold price, because Myntra is going to be a slight premium to your normal.
So around 15% discount, I can buy gold worth 12,000 rupees every month using the hacks that you just said.
Yeah, you can.
Damn. And you did this when a couple of months back when the limit was unlimited. You could have bought anything.
Yeah.
You could have bought 1 crore of worth of gold.
No, I think they had some caps of how much you could do. Like Amazon doesn't let you add more than 1 lakh worth of balance to your account, or Maximize Money only lets you transfer 50,000 over a period. So yeah, this was the sweet spot.
No, amazing. I think that was an amazing hack. I don't know whether a loophole or not, but it just goes to show that if you're creative enough about understanding everything about the world of credit cards and how different things interact with each other, like you can make that additional 20%, returns here and there. So that was really shocking for me, to be honest. And I'm sure you guys are also shocked with what you guys are hearing today. Yeah, so Ali, now we are going to do the credit card awards, right? The best credit cards for 2025 across 10 different categories. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. Number 1, best credit card for UPI.
The best credit card today for UPI payments and like a RuPay credit card that you can get and connect it to your UPI is the Yes Bank Kiwi credit card. It's the Yes Bank Click card partnered with Kiwi.
Okay.
It's a co-branded card. So you download the Kiwi app and you get this. Now, why this is the best, I'll also explain, is because most credit cards in India, when you link to UPI, will give you 1.5 to 2% returns on your UPI spends.
Okay.
Right? This card, when you get it, there's a lifetime free variant where you link it and you'll get 1.5% back. No questions, no hesitations. The
Cashback. This is.
cashback direct. And the Kiwi app is also very easy to use.
Okay.
Now 1.5% isn't that exciting, but that's the standard norm, 1.5 to 2%.
Okay.
Now they have this Kiwi Neon subscription,
Okay.
which you buy for $1,000, and then you get the milestone benefits. Now this card gives you UPI milestones. So when you spend 50,000, they give you an additional 1% cashback
in a month.
Yeah. So first of all, when you get the Neon subscription, your cashback increases from 1.5% to 2%.
Okay.
So you'll get 2% cashback on all your UPI spends.
Okay.
Then now this is a yearly milestone. In a year, if you spend 50,000 on UPI, as soon as you hit 50,000, they give you an extra 1% cashback. So hypothetically, if you spend 50,000, you got 2% plus 1, 3%.
Okay.
If you spend 1 lakh rupees, they give you an additional 2% cashback. If you just do all the math together, making it very simple, Sharan, if you spend 1.5 lakh in UPI or online spend or whatever on the Kiwi card in the whole year.
This is like barely 15K per month.
12,500 rupees exact per month or something. Is when you're getting 5% cashback overall. So you will get 7,500 rupees cashback on that 1.5 lakh expense that you made.
Wow.
Right? So that is a 5% cashback that you've gotten. And that can be a mixture of online spending, UPI, everything, right?
Damn.
So 5% on UPI is unheard of.
Right.
Minus the 1,000 rupees ka membership you bought. So net 4.1%.
Got it.
Best card by far. No one's even at 3%. No one's even at 2.5%. So yeah.
Interesting. So the award for the best credit card for UPI goes to the Yes Bank Kiwi card.
Yes, sir.
Got it. Award number 2. Best lifetime free credit card.
The best lifetime free credit card, according to me, is this credit card by IndusInd Bank. It's called the IndusInd Tiger credit card.
Okay.
Now, this is a free credit card. And it gives you, I think, 8 domestic lounge visits every year.
Okay.
Why I'm even mentioning that or why that's great is because you would have seen in the last year, most credit cards have moved to a spend-based model. Spend 50K in the previous quarter, then you get lounge access. To make sure people are using the cards. This card, no requirement for spend and it's free. So you got free lounge access. Second is, I think you get 2 international free lounge access visits as well. Okay. No credit card, no free credit card in India is giving you international lounge access.
Okay.
You get free golf, like in case you want to go try playing golf. That's usually a premium card benefit, right?
Correct.
You only hear Infinia, AMEX.
Yeah.
These cards giving you golf.
Golf access. Yeah.
So this one gives you golf access. And this also gives you a few other benefits like movie tickets. So it'll give you a 500 rupee movie voucher for free. Okay. Now, most cards will always tell you to spend something that you buy 1 movie ticket, get 1 movie ticket back.
Correct.
Is just take 1 free movie ticket, 500 rupee voucher.
Wow.
So that's a lot of cost incurred by the bank. They give you only 2 movie tickets in a year, but that's a free 1,000 rupees that they're giving you for nothing. Right? They also have a spend tiered system. I won't get into that right now, but the more you spend, the more points they give you. And you can transfer these points to airlines and stuff. No free card lets you transfer your points. Now, the ratio you can transfer to is not very good. It's you can transfer to Singapore Air. But I think, I spoke to the head of this card earlier and they're launching for Air India and for Qatar maybe later this year. So you tell me, if you're getting free domestic lounge access, international lounge access, golf, movies, option to transfer your points,
all for free.
Like
crazy.
Why not?
Now let's come to the best card for lounge access.
There are a lot of good cards for lounge access. Like I just told you, a free card, IndusInd Tiger, is giving you lounge access benefits. But if you do travel, I'm taking this question as you want a lot of lounge benefits, like multiple lounge access visits for you, your family. In this scenario, my favorite card for lounge access is the HDFC Marriott Bonvoy credit card. This card comes at a fee of 3,000 rupees. And when you open the Marriott app, it will show you have 1 free night award. Okay. And then if you, let's say, want to book a 20,000 point hotel, you can book that also. But the free night award will cover only 15,000 points. You'll have to have 5,000 points to transfer it from your AMEX account or something like that. So I stayed at Courtyard in Mahabaleshwar. which was 22,000 points. I used my free night award and 7,000 points of my own.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
But if you want to stay only in 15,000 points, there are some hotels like in Bangkok, in Phuket, in Bali. There are hotels in India also under 15,000.
And usually the rupee value of these rooms are more than the points number, right?
Yeah, it's dynamic in Marriott. Marriott has a very sophisticated structure that they've come up with. So let's say in off season, when let's say a normal hotel room costs 30,000 rupees, right? In off season, they'll probably sell it for 15,000 rupees or 17,000 rupees, right? Their points also reflect a dynamic structure. So on peak season, those points can go up to 50, 60,000 also. So then you're better off paying in rupees. And in low season, it can go much lower also. Like it might even go down to 10, 12,000 points.
Lower than the rupee value.
It can be higher or lower because it's dynamic based on the hotel, the location, the seasonality, and all of those.
How do I stay on top of these things?
You follow me on Instagram, follow that credit card guy.
I'm so glad you picked it up, man. You are a natural influencer. Yeah. All right. So finally, you're saying the HDFC Marriott is the best for lounge access.
Oh, yeah. So that's the joining benefit. And the lounge benefit on this is 12 domestic lounge visits every year, 12 international lounge visits every year.
Wow.
And you can get add-on cards up to 3 for your family members.
Okay. Next card is for international travelers, right? People who love going on international trips and they want the best Forex credit card. What is the best Forex credit card for people who are planning their next Europe trip, Australia trip, US trip? You name it. Tell me.
So I'll actually add a learning to this. So for users to learn something in terms of how to select the right Forex card. And I'll give you my verdict of what I think the best Forex card is today. Like I told you at the start of this podcast, every card will give you certain points when you spend. And then you calculate the point value and you come to a return rate. Okay, this card is giving me 2 or 3% return rate, right? So for example, I use my Times Black card abroad. This card gives me 2.5% on Forex on whenever I swipe it abroad.
I also have.
Yeah, so you can use it. You can use your Infinia also, but
this is 2.5% on my international expenditure.
Yes. So once you understand what I mean by return rates, you'll understand the concept of when you should use a credit card and when you should use a Forex card or whatever. So this card, for example, gives you 2.5% returns on your spending. If you spend 1 lakh rupee, Sharan, you will get 2,500 points on this card.
So if I go to Paris and buy a 1 lakh rupee worth of a Gucci bag or something, I get 2,500 rupees back.
Correct. But every credit card has a Forex fee.
Right.
This card's Forex fee is 1.5% plus GST, 18% on that 1.5%. Net 1.8% or 1.7 something percent, right? Now you got 2.5%, you lost 1.7%. Net you still profited
0.8%.
Yeah. So I know so many HNI, so many people who still use Forex cards because it's branded as what? 0% Forex, best 0% Forex, best. So I'm not getting charged on Forex, but they're not realizing that swiping their credit cards actually giving them a return. It's net positive. They just look, oh, Forex fee hai, so it's net negative. So when your return rate on your credit card is higher than the Forex fee, you should be using your credit card or you can use your credit card.
But I have one counter question here. People who get these 0% Forex card, they usually lock in the currency rate at the time of getting that card. But if I don't do that and if I follow your advice, let's say I go with this card and I start swiping in Europe for 1-2 weeks, then my Forex rate or the conversion rate keeps changing, right? So how do I know that what if the bank is charging a bigger conversion rate then, and I'm not even aware of it because, I'm not tracking those conversions on every transaction.
Yeah.
So how do I go about doing that?
So a bank will always charge you a slightly higher rate than what's on Google. And so will a Forex card most of the time. And so even if you go to a Thomas Cook and try to give your cash rupees and get dollars, they also have a slight markup, right? So that markup is there everywhere. That's universal. But your point is very valid where let's say today the rate is favorable for yourself and then you get a Forex card and buy $1,000 worth of Forex and lock it in, then that can be better. But that's not always the case. Last week, the dollar was 87. Today's the dollar is 85. So
okay.
it can actually go down in some situations.
So the risk is there both ways. Whether you lock in the price today or you start spending it as the currency fluctuations keep happening.
Correct.
So the risk can go both ways, you're saying.
But most of these return rate benefits that I just talked about are on your premium cards. The best mass zero Forex card that anybody can get, regardless of if you're going abroad to spend 5,000, 10,000, if your salary is 20,000 rupees, 2 lakh rupees, whatever. No nonsense, zero Forex card and free. It's free is the Scapia credit card. Scapia by Federal Bank. It's great for Forex transactions. The app is very easy to use. 0% Forex has some lounge benefits also domestically. Now, one thing that I see users making a mistake in, which is just very silly because of things you don't know, is when you apply for this card, it gives you the option to apply for a RuPay variant or a Visa variant. Now, if you're planning to use this card abroad, you definitely need to get the Visa variant because RuPay probably won't work abroad. Yeah. So these are small things that people don't think of and they just think, oh, RuPay might be better. But that is where if you're going abroad, get the Visa variant of this card.
Got it.
I'll give you two alternatives also. The AU IXIGO card is good. And the RBL World Safari is also good. These cards are also 0% Forex.
Okay.
So anyone can get any of these, non-biased.
And this is zero Forex.
Zero Forex, any 3 cards, whichever one you want.
Got it. Cool. Next question. Best credit card for dining and groceries.
So the best card in this scenario is, according to me, I'll give you a few options, but I'll give you my number one. My number one for this category is the Easy Diner Signature Credit Card by IndusInd Bank.
Okay.
It's a co-branded card with Easy Diner. So if you use Easy Diner, you can get the card, use the Easy Diner app. Now, Easy Diner has a lot of discounts where if you prior book, like let's say you and me go out for dinner and we go to like a 5-star restaurant or something, you can get 40 to 50% off on pre-booking.
So let's say, for example, we're going to Indian Accent. I think that's one of your favorite restaurants. I also went there recently with my mom and dad and they loved it. But it's quite expensive. It's I think it was for 4 of us, the bill came to almost 25,000 rupees. If I'm not wrong, no alcohol. Yeah,
$6,000 is that tasting menu.
Correct. So that's how much I spent. So tell me, how could I have used this card that you're telling me to get some discounts?
Yeah. So I don't think it works on Indian Accent, but let's say you went in BKC right next to it at the Sofitel.
Okay.
And you had a 25,000, or let's say 2 people went, you and me went, 10,000 rupee was our bill. If you pre-book on Easy Diner, 50% off. Then if you use the Easy Diner card, on top of that, you get 25% off on top of that, up to 1,000 rupees. So now my 5,000 bill became 4,000. So that's pretty good for dining at a 5-star hotel. And
But how does it make sense for them? Like, how are they giving you a 50% discount on your 5-star hotel bill?
Yeah. So I think it's a win-win situation. If you go into the micros, a 5-star hotel has money it makes from room revenue and from F&B. Now, F&B, they make money from in-house guests and from external guests. If you talk to any 5-star hotel, the number of walk-ins they get for people coming just to dine at that restaurant is very minimal. Because over the last 5 or 6 years, standalone restaurants in India have come a class apart. Like an Indian Accent, or there are so many of these tasting menus. In Bangalore, there's Naru for that, the ramen.
Naru. Yeah, I love that.
Then there's Masala Library for these experiential ones. What is the other one? There's Farm Lore in Bangalore. It's like Indian Accent concept. But standalone restaurants are really coming up.
So they have overtaken the 5-star hotels.
Yeah, now nobody goes to a 5-star hotel and goes to dine at that, right? So to make extra revenue, obviously those are inflated prices. So even at 50%, the restaurant is making money. So that 50% discount is footed by the hotel. Now the card discount is footed a little bit by Easy Diner, then the card, and then they make money through people transacting on that card in other places. It's basically a whole macro game on the credit card spend.
Got it. So a lot of mathematics behind it. My next question is, obviously we travel a lot.
Yeah.
We have all our vehicles, right? Some people might be using Uber, but a lot of people have their own vehicles. Now, fuel is one of the biggest expenditures of any Indian family household. Most people spend at least 15 to 20,000 rupees on fuel, especially if you're living in a big city and you're stuck in traffic 2 hours every day. So what is the best credit card for petrol, diesel?
Best card for fuel is the RBL Extra. It's a card that gives you 7.5% returns on your fuel.
Wow, really?
Plus the 1% surcharge waiver that you would get.
Wow.
So that's actually pretty good. It's capped at about 12,000 odd rupees per month that you can spend on fuel, which is good enough for an
Of course, yeah.
average fuel
So
spender.
if I spend 10,000 rupees on fuel every month, you're telling me that 750 rupees I can get cash back.
750 bucks you will get back in your RBL points. And it's an RBL Indian Oil card, Indian Oil petrol pump card. So next time, once you accumulate that 750 rupees,
I can use that to buy more fuel.
Next time you go, you say, I want to buy fuel. They'll give you 750 bucks. So 7 liters worth of fuel for free.
Wow.
That's how the card works.
Amazing.
But that's only for Indian Oil. If you want Bharat Petroleum, there's SBI, BPCL, Octane. That's
this is
6%.
for creating loyalty to petrol
Indian
pumps.
Oil, yeah.
Oh.
So that's how the credit card makes loyalty towards that petrol pump. And the cashback is counted for because you're getting loyalty and people are coming back.
Very interesting. The world of credit cards creates so many opportunities for loyalty and business and all of that. Such an interesting space. Cool. Now let's talk about pure cash. Like, I don't want any of these things, Ali. I don't want flights. I don't want hotels. I don't want restaurants. I just want cash back. Money. What is the best credit card for cash back?
The best credit card, according to me, for cashback today, it's a subjective answer and I want to sound correct, but I'll tell you my favorite. It's the Tata Neu credit card.
Give me.
It is the Tata Neu Infinity credit card. If you follow my Instagram page, you would see that I really vocally talk about other cashback cards like SBI Cashback and Swiggy HDFC. And I'll explain why each of these is good. I give this one the best one right now because you get 5% cashback whenever you spend on this card on Tata related products.
Okay.
So and because Tata is such a big ecosystem, this makes it versatile also. If you're shopping at West Side, if you're buying groceries, you use Big Basket. If you're flying, you use Air India. It's all Tata. It's a whole ecosystem play.
So everything that I could possibly spend money on, Tata is obviously one of the largest companies in India.
So you can, if you're somebody who can switch your expenses to Tata, you get 5% cashback on the card and 5% cashback if you use the Tata Neu app. So it can go up to 10% cashback.
What? It's addition. 5% cashback plus 5% Tata Neu points.
So total, it's all in Tata Neu points, but points are worth 1 rupee is to 1 point, and you can redeem points unlimited. You can buy a whole item for just points. There's no.
What are you saying? Amazing. So up to 10% cashback I can get then.
Up to 10% cashback. And number 2 is the reason why I rank this slightly higher than other cashback cards is because this is giving you points on insurance and utilities as well. Now, SBI Cashback is a great card, 5% cashback on every website you go to. Not just Amazon, not just Flipkart. Any website you go, SBI Cashback is giving you 5% cashback. But it's not giving on utilities. It's not giving on insurance. So this one...
When you mean utility, you mean like electricity bill and all?
Yes, electricity bill, let's say your broadband, things like that. Right? So this is where your utilities are sorted, your insurance is sorted, Tata products are sorted, and you get it very easily in coins. So yeah, in order of my preference, it's Tata Neu Infinity, SBI Cashback, Swiggy HDFC. Now, if you're more of a Swiggy user, for you, Swiggy becomes better. If you're somebody who uses random websites more than the generic e-commerce sites, like people who don't shop on a Nykaa or a Myntra, but will go to like a brand website, like shop on a Zara.com, then SBI Cashback is better. So it's these three are one of them you have to get, but which one is right for you, it depends on you.
Got it. Cool. Next is the best credit card for traveling.
The best travel credit card, according to me right now, is the Axis Atlas credit card. I also use this.
Yeah,
This
I
is
also
the
have
one.
it, but I didn't bring it today. Can you just show me yours?
It's the Axis Atlas credit card.
Quite popular, right? It has become
Very, very popular. Now this...
What's so special about this credit card? Why is this like so social media popular?
Because I made it social media popular.
I know that, but you can be a little humble also, Ali. Okay,
Sorry. But I made it social media popular because it is such a good card. Now, Sharan, I'll tell you, if you like traveling to hotels, right? And let's say you like staying at any Accor hotel Accor is your brands under Accor are your Raffles, Banyan Tree, Sofitel, Novotel, Ibis.
Can you
You've
name
heard of
one?
these.
Name one crazy hotel under Accor.
So next year I'm going to be going to the Raffles, not the Raffles, the Banyan Tree in Bali.
Banyan Tree in Bali.
Banyan Tree Buahan, Google it.
Okay.
It is 90,000 rupees a night. And the experience is once in a lifetime. So the hotel does not have rooms. Like the rooms are open. Like your walls are trees. It's in literally the.
So basically, for 90,000 rupees, they're gonna give me a forest.
Yes.
Did anyone make the room? You're like, paid hai, udhar up,
Yeah.
sleep. Go sleep over there. And
In
then
a
they're gonna charge
luxury
me
way.
1 lakh rupees for that.
It's a luxury experience. You get the paid without the hassle of the cockroaches, the mosquitoes, the this. It's you have a bathtub, you have a room, you have a forest overlooking all of that, and the privacy doesn't come from walls. The privacy is coming from the trees, and the rooms are so spaced out. So it's a
Like,
luxury
there's no snakes
experience.
and all over there.
I'll tell you next year when I go.
So 90K per night for this place.
Huh. But let me tell you why this card
Are
is
you
good.
paying? Are you paying for this?
I'm using my Access Atlas to stay there for free.
For free. How? Tell me how.
Yeah. This card gives you 2 points for every 100 rupees that you spend.
Okay.
Right? And you can transfer these points at a 1:2 ratio to any partner.
Okay.
Now I will transfer it to Accor.
Okay.
So I spend 100 rupees. I get 2 of these points. Now when I transfer to Accor, it becomes
4 rupees.
4.
Okay.
4 points. And each Accor point is worth almost 2 rupees of value. Accor is a currency of itself. It's pegged to the euro. So each Accor point, if you convert to rupee, it's almost 2 rupees.
So that 4 into 2, 8 rupees.
So that means for every 100 rupees that I spend, I'm getting 8 rupees back in Accor hotels.
Okay.
So aise karte plus milestone benefits plus other benefits. If you do the back calculation, the return rate on this card, if you tap it, is 7.2% if you count Accor, if you're using it at Accor.
Okay.
So if I spend around 15 lakh rupees on this card
Okay.
and I earn about 50,000-60,000 points. And I'll transfer some to Accor, some to ITC, whatever. Now the cap is 30,000 you can transfer every year to Accor. So that becomes 60,000 Accor. 60,000 Accor is worth 1.2 lakh rupees.
Okay.
And I've been doing this for this year, last year, and half of the year before.
So you'll get 1 night stay free.
No, going back to what I said, I've been doing this for this year, last year, and I'll do it next year.
You've been saving up.
I've been saving up and I've been using also, but overall I have about 250k Accor points right now.
So that's worth 5 lakhs.
So 3-4 nights. Maybe I'll do 2 nights here, 2 nights in Raffles, 2 nights in Masai Mara, in Fairmont, things like that.
Amazing. So you've been spending like 15 lakhs a year for the last 2-3 years. And now you're going to get 5 nights stay free in a 5-star hotel in Bali, which costs 90k per night in the jungle with no snakes. Right? That's the bottom line.
Yeah, mind you, I've been using my points also in different places whenever I go. Now, there are different redemptions I'm doing next month also. I'll use my Accor points. But yeah, just one last benefit I'll talk about the card is, so I told you every time you spend 100 rupees, you get 8 rupees back, correct? Now, if you use it to book a flight, every 100 rupees you spend, you get 5 points.
For flights.
Yeah. So you don't get 2, you get 5. Now, I spent 100 rupees on a flight. I got 5 points. 5 points when I convert to Accor becomes 10 points. Each Accor point is worth
2.
So 20.
So 20% returns on your
Yes.
flight expenditure.
Yeah. So
So to go to Bali also, you will spend using this card to buy the flights. And if the flight is worth 50,000 rupees, you're going to get 10,000 rupees worth of hotel stay again free.
it's, yeah, the crux of it, or the very easy way to say it is, if you're spending 1 lakh rupees on flights, you can assume you can get 20,000 of hotel stay on that same trip. It's as simple as that.
All right. So the next credit card is for people who want luxury, people who want amazing luxury benefits. So what is the best credit card for luxury?
So I am a big fan of certain luxury products. Like I do like my luxury purchases. I do like my luxury experiences.
Can you show me your watch? Which watch is that?
This is a Movado.
Can you show it a little bit? You bought this on a credit card?
No, this is an old watch. I bought this many years back. But yeah, it's a very famous US based, I bought it in the US, but it's very famous in the US.
What are the luxury items that you own?
I really like sunglasses. I like Watches, I like.
Sunglasses cost like what, $10,000? No.
You'd be surprised at a good Tom Ford, maybe 35, 40,000.
Okay.
Or yeah.
What, you see better or something with that?
No, it's just a lot of people like good shirts. They like good shoes. They like good belts. Some people like good phones. I like sunglasses.
Okay.
I like watches, and I like perfumes. So
Okay. What's the most expensive perfume that you own?
I have the Tom Ford ombre leather.
Ombre leather. How much is that?
Yeah, I think I don't remember. I bought it a year ago, and I still have like 20% left. But it was probably about 25,000 rupees. I bought it in Dubai. Yeah,
25,000 rupees for perfume.
Yeah.
Fine. So you clearly like luxury items.
Yeah.
So what is the best credit card?
So for luxury items, I used to use the American Express Platinum Charge Card.
Okay.
I'll show it to the camera here.
Yeah.
This was my luxury pick for 2024. It used to give me 10 to 20x points when I used to shop for luxury products on certain sites. The concierge service was nice. The Amex lounge was nice. But the fees are not that justified. And because Amex really, really pushed this card, it just became a more commoner card, I felt.
So what is the new winner now?
Now for me, I'm switching. I've removed my Amex. I'm going to be canceling this next month, and I'm going to be using the Times Black.
Okay.
Again, not a promotion, but I have genuine uses for it. I got this card, like I said, a couple months ago. See, I like luxury, but that doesn't mean I'm going to go super crazy without any returns on it.
Right.
Like even if I buy a 30,000 rupee sunglass and I'm getting 10, 12,000 back in points, that's still something I'm using towards something else. So my effective cost goes down. So this card I got because it made sense in terms of luxury and return rate, like the gold thing I did, or Amazon vouchers I buy for my genuine expenses. It gives a good return rate. Forex, it gives me cash returns. And for luxury purchases now, next month, literally in the month of April, I'm going to Hong Kong.
Okay.
Now I'm going to Hong Kong in China. That's part business, part leisure. Now, if I'm going to Hong Kong, I want to go to Disneyland, right?
Okay.
Now, if you spend 2 lakhs on this card, you get a Klook voucher.
What is Klook voucher?
Klook is a website where you will book all of your international experiences. Okay. So today, if you want to go to Universal Studio, you want to go to any water park, you want to go for any experience, you will book it on Klook. Klook is your experience app. It's a global app.
Okay.
Right? So you get Disneyland costs 7,000 rupees in Hong Kong. I got a 10K Klook voucher.
Okay.
So it's helping you with those kind of experiences that was actually useful to me. So my luxury pick of the year
is the
ICICI
Times Black credit
card.
Is
the ICICI Times Black credit card. 2 lakhs is giving me my Hong Kong Klook voucher. 10,000, I think 5 lakhs spent gives me an additional Tata Click vouchers, luxury vouchers.
But these are like fine, but tell me I want to spend big. Let's say I'm going to Dubai or Europe and I want to buy, what's that expensive bag that women like, Birkins, right? Which is like a 8 lakh kind of a bag. Now, I'm not saying I'm buying it, but people who are watching this and they're millionaires who want to gift this to their wife, or the woman wants to buy this Birkins bag. What is the best credit card? This is like a 10 lakh bag, if I'm not wrong, or a 50 lakh bag. What is this?
Correct. It's very expensive. I haven't converted it in rupees, but yeah.
So what is the credit card that I need to use for these kind of luxury purchases, which is not like 10,000, 20,000, which is like 4 lakh, 5 lakh, 10 lakh?
Correct. So a generic luxury card for me was the Times Black. What you're talking about, I would label as the best UHNI credit card.
Okay.
Or the best credit card for high spending. A person buying that bag is probably a very, very high spender.
Yeah,
right?
It's probably spending like 30 lakhs a month.
Yeah, or even 10 lakhs a month. It's crazy. To spend 10 lakhs a month, you probably need to
be earning 3-4 crores a year.
Yeah, minimum. And if you're spending 10 lakhs on non-essential, that's crazy.
Right.
Yeah. So for me, the best UHNI card in India is probably the Axis Magnus Burgundy credit card.
Oh, another one for Axis. What's so special about this Burgundy credit card?
Yeah, so a UHNI doesn't give a shit about points. Yeah. And he's not going to go to any shop or any website and take out 3 credit cards and think, which one should I use where?
Right.
So for a UHNI, simplicity matters. And this card, and the problem with other cards is that they have cappings. Oh, if you spend 1 lakh, then you'll get points and it's capped at that. Or 2 lakhs, you'll capped at that. This card has no capping on how many points you can earn.
Wow.
So if you go buy a 10 lakh rupee bag, you can earn unlimited points on it. And they give you bonuses for spending more. Very simple, I'll explain to you. This card gives you 12 points when you spend 200 rupees. Now, if you do the back calculation, points is worth how much can it transfer, you will come to a conclusion that this card is giving you a 4.8% return. If I spend 100 rupees, I will get 4.8 rupees back. Now, if you spend more than 1.5 lakh rupees in a month, then everything above 1.5 lakh rupees, they almost triple your conversion. It'll give you 35 points, not 12. 35 points per 200 rupees spent. Wow. Now you do the back calculation, you get 14% return rate on everything you spend above 1.5 lakh.
Why didn't you tell me this? Because I'm not an ultra HNI, you didn't tell me this. This sounds like a good card.
Sharan, I think you live frugally. You talk about financial independence. I don't think you spend so much, do you?
But I mean, whenever I go on a vacation, I might, for my family, for my, I might need it. I want it.
Okay, then I'll get you in touch with my Axis guy and you can cancel all your other cards and only use that card.
That's the only card I need then.
Yes, and the reason for that is because you're rewarded extra for spending more, right? Let's say you hit that 1.5 lakh spend and everything above that is now giving you more.
Yeah.
Why do you want to spend somewhere else?
Correct.
Right? You will get this card, give it to your mom, give it to your sister, give me one also, and let us all spend on it.
So that I get the points.
So you get the points. So the point is to spend more on it. Just watch out for the exclusion. You won't get points on gold. You won't get points on insurance.
Rent?
You get points on rent up to 50,000 of rent only.
Which is fine. Not bad.
50,000 you put on it and it's coming towards the accelerator, right? You're trying to hit 1.5 lakh spend in a month so that everything else is accelerated.
Right.
So that first 50K is just covered in your rent only.
Correct.
So a great card for that.
Amazing.
That's why when people tell me, what card should I use for my 10 lakh card down payment?
Yeah.
Now you know the answer. Your first 1.5 lakh will give you 4.8%, but the remainder 8.5 lakhs that you're spending on that car down payment give you 14% returns.
Amazing.
So my pick for heavy spenders, HNIs is the Axis Magnus Burgundy.
So Ali, I think amazing interaction. I think it was so valuable. I don't think a video like this exists anywhere. A completely unbiased award ceremony for the best credit cards in India today. There are more than 200 plus credit cards, but we have picked the top 10 credit cards across different categories for this month, right? As you know, guys, the world of credit cards keep changing every single month. That's why we're going to keep having these videos once every 1 month or once every 2 months, so that you guys are also updated about what the hell is happening. So until then, guys, I'll see you in the next one.